A lot of people come to my account and they say, Mandy, what is the point of having a travel agent in 2025? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you what I think the point of having a travel agent is, and also explore things that are not your travel agent's fault, but honestly, is your fault if things go wrong. Let's get into it. Number one, a lot of people think that travel agents are good for just getting you better deals. And while I will tell you that in some cases a travel agent can absolutely do that, unless the cruise that you're looking for is at least 120 days away, you're probably not going to be able to score some of the really, really good travel agent rates that you're looking for. I can't tell you how many people want to book a cruise a month away, 2 months away, and they're like, hey, what kind of sweet, amazing travel agent deals can a travel agent get me? And I have to look them in the face and say, probably nothing that you can't find on the regular website. I say this because most cruise lines now require 120 days final payment, meaning all of the cabins that a lot of these cruise lines were able to hold at a discounted rate have to be released. So if you're looking for travel like quickly or within a short amount of time, you're not going to be hearing about all of the great travel agent rates that a lot of travel agencies have. So some of you are waiting to the last minute and you're like, I never get a good deal with a travel agent. Well, that's because you're trying to travel too soon. If you want to play the long game, a travel agent is fantastic. If you want to book, a year out or even 6 months out, you could find some really, really, really incredible deals through travel agencies. But if you're looking at last minute, you're probably not going to be able to find a better travel deal through an agent. But this doesn't mean that you should necessarily use a travel agent. Because number two, where travel agents are fantastic is customizing travel plans specifically for you that are going to give you the best travel experience. A good travel agent has helped hundreds, if not thousands of people plan their vacations, so they know what works and what doesn't work. They've been around long enough to see some of the pitfalls and then also some of the ways that you can score the best tickets or the best excursions, etc. Where travel agents shine is giving you a fantastic overall experience. I'm certainly not saying that you can't do your own research. I know a lot of you are fantastic type A's that honestly could be travel agents if you wanted to be. Though I suspect a lot of you would probably want to quit after like 2 or 3 very difficult clients, I'm sure. I'm 74 on oxygen. What do you mean I can't climb Diamond Head? As my grandma used to say, Mandy, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And a good travel agent knows this. And they're going to be the ones to tell you, honestly, what kind of excursion is going to work for you and what kind of excursion isn't. They know the difference between a dolphin experience and a dolphin encounter. If you know, you know. That still blows my mind how they've literally broken down and charged how dolphins interact with you. A good travel agent's going to know which pre-cruise hotels are the best and which pre-cruise hotels are the worst. They're also going to know the best airports, the best airport lounges. This is where a travel agent shines. Can you book your own hotel? Can you book your own excursions? Can you book your own cruise? Absolutely. And again, some of you do it brilliantly. But a good travel agent should ultimately be a baddie with an inside edge that knows the ropes and wants to lead you to your best vacation ever. Number 3, a good travel agent is a good advocate to help you fight for yourself, whether it be through an airline or whether it be through a cruise line. Now, full disclaimer, I hate it when I see travel agents on this app, with their I saved the day videos. I had a client who was denied access to the Amex Centurion Lounge. They were almost forced to buy a breakfast sandwich from a nearby Wendy's, but I saved the day. I really hate those videos. But a good travel agent is going to call the airline for you. They are going to figure out which flight is going to get you to where you need to be should your flight get canceled or delayed. A good travel agent is going to call your hotel if there has been a pipe burst and say, we need to put them somewhere else. Where are you going to put them? Or find you a new hotel if, God forbid, your room can't be salvaged. A good travel agent is going to call the cruise line and say, what do you mean? You told me that this state ID was going to be okay with this birth certificate, and what do you mean they can't board? But full disclaimer, I know at least 10 travel agents that would have never allowed one of their clients to even try to use a student ID with a birth certificate at the cruise port, regardless of whatever the cruise line said. So those are the ways that I think a travel agent is absolutely worth having if you find a good one. But again, if you follow my account, you know, and I will tell you, it's better to not have a travel agent than to have a bad one. But there are so many advantages to having a good one, and those are the advantages. Now, in regards to things that are your fault and not your travel agent's fault, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Your travel agent is not responsible for you not bringing your documents or for bringing the wrong documentation that they told you should bring. If your travel agent said you really need to get a passport, Terry, you really need to get a passport, and you did your own research and said, nah, I'm good with the state ID and birth certificate, and then get to the cruise port and the cruise port says, you know what, your birth certificate looks kind of funny, and you call your travel agent and you're like, what the hell, Samantha? Baby, that is on you. That is on you. A lot of you are getting travel agents, you're disregarding what they tell you to do, and then you feel entitled to beat up on that travel agent when everything falls apart. A travel agent can advise you, but ultimately, you have to take that advice. A lot of you aren't taking that advice, and then you're getting mad at your travel agents. Huh? Additionally, some of you also act like just because you have a travel agent, you shouldn't have to do anything at all. That by having a travel agent, you are absolved of all responsibility for your trip. No. You should have a basic idea of your travel plans, meaning you know what airline you're flying, if you're flying, what cruise line you're going to be on, what kind of cabin you're probably going to have. Some of you are literally just handing over your credit cards. You're not looking at any of this information. And then you're later getting mad at your travel agent because you didn't know. Because you booked it several months ago and now it's 2 weeks away and you're like, what? I hate Delta. Well, then maybe you should have, mentioned that about 6 months ago when the flight was booked. I can't tell you how many people just book everything and then like a week before their vacation are like, we have a layover? Why are we in a balcony and not a suite? Were we always booked at the Hilton? While it's great to have a travel agent plan everything for you, you have a basic responsibility to at least look over the information. Or at least look over the information with a decent amount of time beforehand. Some of you just simply aren't listening to your travel agents and then get mad at the travel agents when at the last minute you realize that something doesn't work for you. Like it or not, there is some personal responsibility to be had here. I've seen clients avoid their travel agents like bill collectors because they don't want to be bothered, only to blow their travel agents up a couple of days before their travel because they didn't bother to read anything or look over anything for their vacation. You are responsible for making sure you have all of your travel documentation. You are responsible for having a basic idea of what's going to be happening on your vacation. And you are ultimately responsible for your own emotional and financial situations. Yes, a good travel agent can ease some of your worries, but most of them aren't licensed therapists or psychiatrists. Yes, a good travel agent can work within your budget or financial issues, but honey, they're not magicians who can make money magically appear. A good travel agent is absolutely worth having, but having one doesn't absolve you from making sure you have a general idea of what you're doing and what you're going to need.